Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be. Welcome back for episode 53 of our Solo World playthrough of Update 11 with no mods. So, the idea was we were close to doing the assembly machine. We finished our plates, so everything over here should be ready to go. We have our screws available, we have our iron plates available, we have our copper plates available for crafts 2 and 3 of our boilers. The portable steam engine was only waiting on those boilers, and the assembly machine line was waiting for that portable steam engine. So we turned the table back on because I promised I would not do anything in the meantime. What I did do while I was off, as I promised, is that I widened this to 5 and laid down the road so that we are up to here. We just need to lay the road across there to the bridge. Oops, I guess it would help if I get rid of the title screen, huh? But yeah, this is that tunnel out to our oak trees. We widened it and laid the road. We widened this one and laid the road all the way out to the desert. As I said, when you couldn't see, I did turn this back on, so now we are producing our boilers, which, as you can see on the remaining 2 repetitions, it has enough plates in storage, it has enough screws, it has enough copper plates. So, other than that, the other thing that we did, besides those 2 hallways, is we did this one. We've been tearing out this one. The only thing we could do is go take out a 3rd row high here, all the way down to the corner, and then we need to work on the widening of the ramp up to our shipyard and laying the roads for right here. So while we wait on the assembly machine or assembly line, maybe we will do a little bit more of this tunnel. Maybe not. I have to remember where I was after I played last. We did lay another stockpile down. We do have pretty much all of these full. I mean, you can see all the sandstone here. All of that is sandstone. We got the limestone. We got... Alright, so how much sand do we have down here? We got enough to move the sand from there down. So let's go over here. Grab the sand. Move it to there. And we'll grab this. Find the windmill with the sand in it. It's not there. Find the windmill with the sand in it. There. We move that up. We have crushed sandstone upstairs that we can do something with. We have no crushed... We have no granite, so we can't do any more roads at the moment. This is down to 5%. We're going to need another millstone before long. So we are almost done with what we were crafting. We needed... Well, I guess we are almost done. Okay. So what do we need to do while we wait? How much time do we got? We have 2.5 minutes. 8 seconds on that as soon as this last one finishes. We get 30 seconds there. So, yeah, we might as well just wait for this. Let's go fill our belly with some food while we're waiting. I did pick the agave that were just up that ramp and into the desert. We did not replant them, however. We're waiting on our assembly line. And we are about to hit level 3 on mechanics. By the time all these finish. So we might as well open our skill book and go to here for mechanics. Oh, I guess we already had level 3. Never mind. So we already took our focus workflow. So once we get this up, we're going to be looking at maybe the steam tractor, the steam truck, the attachments for the tractor, and maybe a steam or a stamp mill or two. But in order to run the stamp mill, we are going to need a lot more mechanical power. So for our mechanical power to run the stamp mill and the screening machine, that is screening. Screening. There we go. Don't want the rolling mill. Where's the screening machine? Oh, there. That is also going to take... That's going to take 1,000 mechanical. So we'd either have to put like 10 windmills just to power one of these, or we can start looking at setting up one of our water wheel power setups, which, let me come back here. I do have pictures of them. What it would be is something along the lines of this picture right here. 4 water wheels, and each one is going to produce 200 or 400 water, because it's going to be considered on a waterfall, you know, where the water drops down more than 1 or 2 tiles with the way I have it designed. To see the side view is like this. So we'd have the water coming in, it hits a spot and it drops down, and then this is at the middle point, so you have 3 tiles down to the bottom of the water wheel. It causes the water wheel to produce twice as much power as it normally would. If it's in standing water, it's only going to produce 200 watts. If it's in something like this, where it has a waterfall aspect on the back of it, it will double the output. So this picture that you see is 1,600 in total. 400, 400, 400, and 400. Now, if we really decide to get crazy, we can always produce 3,200 power. This is from one of my other worlds. And I had 16 over here to power the things over here. I had 16 here to power what was inside the house, such as the sawmill or the mill in the kitchen, and the kitchen craft table, the one that's named kitchen, that was also in here. So what I did is I pulled water off this river ran it through an aqueduct, and it split here, and it then came into the backside of these designs, which were just similar to the 16, just one on either side. And I had a road going up, and then I ended up putting a ramp right over this, so it still flowed underneath, but I had a ramp over the water source in that playthrough. But that is what we're looking at for doing for more power. That will probably be next episode, because I had to figure out where I need to put it and how I can build it without screwing up too much. But since we now have our assembly machine, let's put it there. Yeah. Wait, no. Gonna need to move that. I think it can be moved. I gotta figure out. Oh, come on. Fine. Stuck myself in the machine. Alright, so now that we have that up, let's take a peek at the assembly machine. Of course, we don't have the power needed for it because it needs a whopping 1250 power. So again, this is why we need to do one of our water wheel setups. But in here, we'll be able to make the cement kiln, which makes asphalt and concrete, reinforced concrete as a tier 4 crafting material. The combustion engine is for the vehicles. Combustion generator probably for the vehicles, goes into the I believe it goes into the, no, that's an electrical power generator. 1200 watts of electrical power. But it's also going to create a lot of pollution. 2.88 parts per million in the air pollution per hour when operating. So the combustion engine, as you can see, will go into chainsaw, combustion generator, the industrial barge, the industrial mill, and the truck recipe. That is not the steam truck, that is the big truck. So, we got the electric Mechanist Table, which comes out later. That is a tier 4 requirement. So that is another level of materials higher that we will get to. We got the oil refinery, so we can start producing plastic and gasoline and lubricant in a different manner than just using tallow. It produces the polishing paste for repairing tools, which isn't quite the steel aspect, but we can make it with less wear or less durability loss than what we already are. You got plastics, you got nylon, you got synthetic rubber, epoxy, biodiesel, power hammer, of course, is for the new modern tools, and the chainsaw and other specialties. The steel axe, steel tools, and the modern tools. Pump jack is for collecting oil out to go into making petroleum in the refinery. We have the rolling mill, which makes corrugated steel, the barrel recipe, flat steel, which are corrugated and flat are tier 4 materials, along with reinforced concrete. It's probably one of the ugliest tiers there is, other than Adobe at tier 1, in my opinion. And you got the various signs and required doors of those levels. The sink is a bathroom item. It is very large. As you can see, it is a 1 by 3 by 2. I generally do not make this one. I don't find it worth it because I think it also has a water connection that it needs, and I don't usually bring water to the house. The steam tractor is one of those things that we will be producing so that we can do farming better. And for that, we have a harvester that goes on the front end module. Will, in the sense of, instead of picking things with our hand, with the sickle, with a shovel, we use the harvester. And we just drive the truck or drive the tractor around, and it automatically collects into storage on the steam tractor. We have the steam tractor plow, which attaches to the back half module slot on the steam tractor. There are front and back. You can have one in each. So you can have the harvester on one side, you can have the plow on the other side at the time. The plow is like this hand plow, but you drive around on the tractor and it does the same thing. It automatically tills the soil wherever it happens to go. So you're not having to use the hoe anymore, you're not having to use the hand plow and wasting time that way. The scoop is something new since I last played in 10. Attachment to the steam tractor that allows for quick terraforming. So I'm guessing this will dig up dirt and clay, but probably not rock. You know, clay, sand, dirt, crushed, anything that would go with a shovel. I am betting. I am not positive because I haven't used it. But we'll create one of those and we'll find out, because we've got a lot of terraforming that we're going to do. And then the sower is basically the planter for the tractor. It also goes on the front. It plants the seeds, so you're not having to go each tile and keep clicking the mouse in order to plant seeds. So we will make this. We'll make all 4 of these and carry them around. The steam truck is the other thing we will be looking at. It is basically a motorized wagon. It is better than the powered cart, which is why I never made the powered cart, because to me the powered cart sucks. It has absolutely crap turn radius. So I don't ever bother with the powered cart. The only way I'd get a powered cart is if it's a long playthrough on a world where XP is slowed down and someone's making them just to get people by with having larger inventories and not having to take a large cart somewhere. But the steam truck is definitely one of those things we will be buying, or we will be making, probably multiple of them after a while. You got the waste filter, which goes with the blast furnace to clean the water. In a sense, it's not perfect, but it is enough that it removes some of the waste out, and you get trying to remember, you end up getting raw sewage out of it, which can be used for something. I don't remember what. The wooden elevator is the earliest elevator, so you can go build a shaft 3 by 4 by 4. Actually, the shaft is only 2 by 3, and then you can you can have it go up and down in a direct line to multiple levels. The blast furnace is the upgrade to the bloomery, to where we will start smelting our iron, our coal, and our iron, our copper, and our gold, and make quicklime in. The crane I usually don't do because I don't build. I'm not inclined to build like some people do, like Minecraft style, building extravagant buildings. I don't do that. So the crane is not something I'm going to fucking bother with. But just about everything else on this list, I will. The only other thing I won't will probably be here. I'll definitely make that for the tools. I'll make that for the barrels that we have to have for to get oil out of the pump jack and used into the oil refinery. The electric machinist table will eventually be used because it's gets the advanced carpentry, advanced masonry, and advanced tailoring, the automatic loom. These is your next tier of craft tables. The electric lathe, the electric planer, the electric stamping press, the water pump, the electronics assembly, for gold wire, the industrial mill, injection mold, the upgrade recipe, mining charge, which is basically going to be a TNT aspect to blow up an area of rock or whatever, because that's another thing that's new to me. There was not sulfur in the game the last time I played. The plastic buoy for putting on ships as decor or around your shipyard, your dock, your wharf, whatever you want to call it. The servo goes into various items. You have the spin melter, which is for nylon fabric, making nylon out of petroleum. You have the stove, which is another kitchen table for advanced cooking. And then you have the valve, which goes into various things. Like I said, the combustion engine, that goes in all of those, which we won't be needing to make that right away. Not until we get into the electronics and using the electric machinist table. But we will get to the cement kiln. We will get to the refinery. We will get to the pump jack, the rolling mill, the tractor, its attachments, the wastewater, the steam truck, maybe make a wooden elevator. We'll see. Make the blast furnace, and that's probably everything. So what we want to look at first is, do we want to make the tractor first, or do we want to make the steam truck? In my opinion, I would rather make the steam truck first. I know we could use the tractor for farming, but I think I want to make the tractor, or the truck, so that I can carry more objects. Because it has a capacity why are you not showing me what I want? I'm trying to remember how much storage it has. It's more than the 2100 in the large cart. I want to think it is about 4,000 weight. But with that, we'll be able to start doing a lot more. So we're going to look at producing one of these. Let's go ahead and queue up all the labor. So now we need iron pipes, screws. So we need to be able to pull from here and there. So we need 24 screws. We need 30 lumber. Of course, we'll have to move that. So let's see if we have any lumber. There it is. Let's take 30 of this. 30, and then we drop it in here. Goes in there. So we've taken care of that. We need 2 more iron pipes. We need to go make 4 iron wheels at the Wainwright. We'll have to move 20 leather over, or hides, and 2 lubricant. So let's go find our lubricant that we have over here. Here, Luby. There we go, 2. So let's put the 2 over here. We don't have any hides over that way. How many hides? Oh, we do have our 20. Okay, so let's change this to 20. And we throw it on us because we don't have any other place to put it. Can't reach anything else. So we'll come in here and throw these into chest 1. And throw these into chest 1. So now we have those in. So it's all iron based except for the light bulbs. And the light bulb is going to be made at the glassworks, and we are going to need copper wire. Copper wire is made at the Machinist Table. So we need 2 bulbs. That means we need 12 wire. So let's make 12 copper wire. And we get 2 out of this, so we need to do 6 cycles. We're going to need to move 24 copper ore over. So let's go get that and move it. Let's see, we would take 16 out of this stack, move it over there, grab this. There we go. Now we're starting to make our copper wire. We need 8 pipe. We need 2 more pipe. So let's go over to the anvil. Look at iron pipe. We are at a 0.55. So if we would have to make 10, we're going to use iron pipe anyway. So we'll go ahead and make 20 iron pipe. That'll get us the pipe that we need. Next on our list is the screws. We need all 24, which would be from the shaper. Nope. The screw press. No. Lathe. Yes. 24. So let's make screws. Then we need 9 plates. So we need 9 plates. These are at 1 apiece. So we have that in production, that in production, that in production. We're making the copper wire for that, so that won't take long. The axles we need 2 of, and they are produced at the lathe. So we need 2 axles. and that's just iron bars. So we need iron bars for that. We need iron bars for this. We need iron bars over here. Oh, we don't need any gears over here. Okay. So we need to go make 4 wheels at the Wainwright as well. So come out of one building, go into the other, find the Wainwright table. We need to make 4 iron wheels. It is 3 apiece. So there. So now we have a bunch of stuff that needs iron. So we need 1 iron bar for that to complete. We need 5 for that, 9 for that, so that's 14, 15, 16, 17, and another 9, so we need at least 26 iron bars. So do we have enough concentrate to make 5 crafts? Considering it is 1.1, we would, but so we'll go do this and we'll go find, we're going to be a little bit short, so we have to go find some more concentrate. So we'll queue that up to make that. Do we have... Yes, we do. It's going to take 2.5 each, so 2, 4, 6, 8. We'll get 8 more concentrate, so that should satisfy this. Yeah, because we only need 6 of them. So we'll get all of our iron. We'll just have to move some around. So now we are working on that. We need to drop down here, go over here, light bulb, 6 and 2. We need 2 of those. Go ahead and queue them up. Storage wise, we need to be able to pull from here. Alright, everything is queued up for that. So now, while things are producing, we need to start looking at our waterwheel power aspect. So, what we need to do is figure out where we are tile-wise. This is at 163 and 750. So 163 and 750. $163 and $750. So 750 is right here. You said 163, right? So 163. We're standing right there. So we would be able to probably squeeze it in there. The problem is we need to get water out of this and go down. So we are standing on 62, 3, this is 64. Trying to decide. Alright, this is 154. It's the whole idea of trying to decide if there's room behind the craft room to put it. This is right here. This is 165, so we would have about 10 tiles to do it. I guess what we need to do problem is we've got to make it drop lower than the 60 there. So it needs to be down here in the next 2 land claims. So I guess what we're going to do is start digging some more granite. We don't have that room there. Is there room in this? Not really. That's making me concentrate. Alright, we do have room here. This goes in here. And just throw that up there. So we got room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we got room for 110. So if we make 110, that'll use up that. This storage needs to go in here for now. So we need to go find some more food so we can max out the sand production there. Now, let's come to our storage chest. Put our hammer up. Put our tool up. Put our sickle up. Bring our hammers, or pickaxes down, sorry. And we will go start digging out for our water wheel aspect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We will have to dig up, it's just a matter of how much. I think we're gonna just dig out what we really need in order to place the water wheels. This is gonna be a fun build. Trust me, you're gonna like this one. We got dirt there, we got all kinds of dirt down there. We need to do some more laying of dirt. Where do we want to go lay this dirt? I guess we are going to... I think we're going to take that dirt. don't know where we're going to take it. We need to empty out one of these carts, but we don't know where we want to take the dirt without having to do a lot of running. If we decide to do some temporary ramps, we can get down to this area, because we'll bring the cart through here, over this way. We'll put some temporary ramps here, and then we'd be right here, which would then be able to dump all the dirt in this area. Or we'll just try to bring... That's going to be 3 drops, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it'd be right into that, so we couldn't do it there. I guess we'll just bring ramps and do a quick bit there, and then we'll be able to put another one here. And we'll do it right these 3 here, because then we can go 3 more here. So let's take 12 ramps. Alright, let's take these first. Go throw them over here where the assembly machine can grab them. Alright, we got 12. Wait, we got dirt. Need to empty out this. So let's bring this over here. We will throw this dirt into here. We need 12. No, 12, 24. Actually, we'll make that work. So let's go drop this stuff off. Go drop this dirt off so we have an empty cart to be digging that granite. Eventually we'll build the road straight through, but we don't want to cut that stuff just yet. So we need to go around this. We'll dig that up later. And what we want to do is right here. Of course, we did not bring our hammer. To lay the roads. I wasn't thinking. And no, we don't need the shovel in order to lay the dirt. So what we want to do... Give me these. Let's find where our space is. It's right here. And we can make that work. Come out a little bit, turn around so we can see straight down. And we'll come over this direction. This is, we're standing on 64. And our dirt over here for the tomato fields is on 64, so yes. So now we'll come back here to the cart. Grab more dirt. Empty the cart out. Yep, that was a failed. And we don't have the shovel to fix that failure. We'll do that next time we come out here. There we go. Empty the dirt. All we got left is 4 roads. Now we'll go back. Pipe has no place to go. So we'll have to go fix that. I'll throw you in here. Now I'll take this over here to the ramp. Okay, let's go fix that problem with the iron pipe. See where it's trying to place them. Has no place to actually put them, so we will put them in here. We'll have to take a peek at our screenshot again so that we know there's 3 in, 5 or 4 in. It's 5 in, 6 in. Oh, great, salt. Okay. Let's go ahead and dig this up. We're looking at water wheel power with using aqueducts to move our water. And this will be how you can get power underground without worry. Cart's full? Okay. Time to go start crushing granite. As I said before, we dig granite, we crush it, we make roads, and we get rid of it. Food. Did that, so now let's go to granite and we will queue up 50 on this one. So we will definitely be digging plenty of granite, and we will dig 50 on this one. Stockpile is going here from there. This one is going here from there, not outputting to either of those. So yes, there we go. Time to go pick up more. It's pretty much, we're getting everything for the steam truck that we need before we have enough power to run that thing, because I am not going to put up 20 windmills just to try to produce, or 12 windmills, whatever. I think we need to go down one more. 56, two more. Food. Because we queued up the crushing, we used what we ate. Actually, we'll probably dig up 54. Because that'll be the bottom of our... At least part of it we'll dig up. So let's take a look at that screenshot again from the side. So what we see is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 back. If we look at it from the front, no, can't look at that one. Let's look at the 32. So we have 1, 2, 3 to the front, which is here. We have another one in front. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's 11 deep. So the question is, let's get rid of that. Question is, if we start it here, that's 10. 11 would put it into the next one. Yeah. So do we dig out 5? Question is, how will we be outside when we do it? Or will we be under this ground? I think we'd be under that ground. Or it might be popping out right there. I want it to be underground, so hopefully it's underground. The only way to know so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Salt. So we're right there right now. If we dig one more back, it's going to possibly be into the riverbed. Unless the riverbed is below it, which is what we'd really like. I guess the way to find out is to go ahead and dig this direction. I mean, we're going to have to dig it out anyway. To 15. Dirt, dirt. There's our riverbed right there. You see that change? That means the river's just on the other side of that. Or just above it. Let's see where that spot is. This spot is 151, 58, and 740. 151, 58, and 740. Looking at the coordinates right there next to the mini map. Right here. 151, 58, and 74. Or 740. So let's go outside and see where that is exactly. This might work out in our favor. So, 151. Said 151. 58. And 40. and 58, 740. So right here is where we're at. What we are seeing is that this right here. Let's see if we go right here. See, we're one off. We're seeing that. This that I'm standing on is what we were seeing. So that is going to work out absolutely perfect for us for this build. So we just need to go ahead and dig that out. So from here we need to go this direction. Alright, again, a lot of this digging may end up being outside the recorded session, because this is going to be a lot of digging, but I wanted to make sure this is going to work. Looks like it will. all this basalt that's in the way. Tell me I can't pick up the other stuff because it's a different type. Oh, too full. That is going to work absolutely perfect for what we want. So we got... that goes down there. Man, I thought we had basalt in that wagon. Guess not. We're at an hour and 8. Alright, so I am going to, since I'm expecting someone here at the house, in about 45 minutes to an hour, I'm gonna spend that time, while I wait, digging this out and having it prepared for our water wheel power plant. I won't build any of it, but I'll get this 2-floor high, so 11 tiles. By 3 land claims deep, 15. So what we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I believe that's wide enough for what we want. Let's double check our picture. We said we needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we definitely need 15 going deep. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wide. So yeah, we need 10 by 15. So I will dig out this 10 by 15 area. By 7, 8, at least 8 tiles high. So yeah, two tiles, 2 floors. So I'll be digging out this one, and then I will dig out the one above it. Or actually, no. Dig out the one below it. I'll have to dig the one below it. So this floor right here will stay. So I'm not going to dig that out. I need, because of where the water is here, I need that to be towards the top, because I don't want to use a water pump in order to get it back up. So I will dig out the 10 by 15 here, and then I will dig down 16 or 6 more floors till we get to What's this? This is 54 until we get down to 48. So I'm going to have a massive hole right here in the rock. So I will see everyone in the next episode when I am ready to build, or at least start building, our power plant so we can start powering our assembly line, so we can get to building the truck. And we can have all the ingredients ready for it, but until we have power in the assembly machine or assembly line, we're not going to be able to build it. So we need a 1600 watt water wheel build to have the 1250 that we need for the assembly machine. So next episode will be the water wheel. Before I stop, we do need to go queue up 4 water wheels, which means we need to get some more lubricant. So we need to do 4 water wheels. Four. We got an even amount there, that's 5 per. Yeah, it's 5 per. We need a lubricant. Wait, is that 2 per? Eight, 4, and 10. So yeah, 4 whole planks, 2 lubricant, and 5 logs. So yeah, they're even numbers. So we'll make our 4 water wheels. We'll have to get whole planks and lubricant. So we need to make 6, 7 lubricant, and we'll have to go get some whole planks made, and we got the hewn logs for these, so we'll take care of those at some point. Let's go make our lubricant while we're looking at this. We need 8 in total, so let's go ahead and make 2, which means we need 2 tallow. And to get 2 tallow, tell you what, let's make a little bit of bacon, because we can. So we need to, because we'll get 2 tallow by making 1 bacon. So we need 4 raw. 4 raw bacon. So let's make 4 raw bacon. That'll get us our lubricant. We're going to need, what, 13 whole planks over there? And we need 2 17 not that stockpile. Alright, let's throw these down here. Let's grab seven of these. There we go. We should have everything we need for those. Yep. So the lubricant's being made. We just need to go make 13 hull planks over there at the shipyard. So I'll at least get these made to where all I gotta do is bring it back and the water wheels will be taken care of. And like I said, I will dig out that hole in between episodes, and that will be pretty much all I do, other than, crushing the granite that I pull out of it and turning it into roads, and turning any basalt into probably of course we're out of food. Turning any basalt into geopages, whether advanced or basics. I don't know. Probably going to be basics. For that, we were going to need 42, 44 hewn logs. We don't have the food. I keep thinking about that. 14, we need 28, 29. So we'll just make 2. Alright, we'll have to come back with food. But I will see everyone in the next episode when I am ready to build this power station from waterwheel power using bricks and the aqueduct aspect of the brick. So until then, enjoy your morning, your afternoon, your evening, and until we come back for that, see you then.